Hi everybody, it's me, Gemma, and these are my favourite things for the month of June. Now, in June, I did read about 15 books, but I decided to not do a wrap up for June because there just weren't that many of them. Unfortunately, I read a lot of mediocre things in June, interspersed with some absolute brand new favourites to me. So I'm going to start off with one of my favourite books, which in fact I'm going to talk about the whole trilogy, but is the Inheritance trilogy by Enki, Jamison. And this is set in a fictional fantasy world where gods mix with mortals, and they do so mainly in the city of Skye, which is ruled over by a certain family who have connections with the gods. Now, in the first book, the main character was Yin, and Yin was an amazing heroine who I know quite a few people said they didn't really like Yin, but I really did, and I loved her story. Now, in this book, Broken Kingdoms, our main character is Ori Shoth, and she is a blind artist who lives in the city of Skye, roughly 10-15 years after the events of 100,000 Kingdoms. And Ori is living in Skye, she's making her art, and one day she takes in a man that she ends up calling Shiny. And the thing about Ori is that she can actually see the gods. Even though she's blind, she can see magic. So she doesn't maybe see everything, but she sees things that have magic, and that makes her really special. And she is actually friends with quite a few of the gods, the godlings that live in the city of Skye. And this is her story and how taking in Shiny affects her. It talks about the world after Yin's story, which I'm not going to give too much away, but the world is resetting itself after a long time of the same status quo, so things are in a state of flux, and Ori is caught right in the middle of that. I gave this 5 stars. I really loved Ori as a character. Like Yin, she's independent, she's stubborn, and she has her own skills and talents, and she's not afraid to challenge people who maybe other people would be scared to challenge, but not Ori. I really loved the ending. I can't wait to move on to the next book, which I do have waiting to be read. It's on my side table. And yeah, I thoroughly recommend this. I haven't read the Broken Earth series yet, but I definitely will, because I've discovered how much I really love N.K. Jemisin's writing. And I did a full review on the 100,000 Kingdoms itself last month. So as you can tell, I have done a lot of talking about this series now. We'll keep on doing it. Now, if you know my channel at all, you know that I collect cookbooks. I love to cook, I love to bake, and I love to feed people. It's just something that I do. What I decided to do was start keeping a recipe binder, because I do take a lot of recipes from Pinterest and other sources, but sometimes you can't find the recipe you used, it's really annoying, or you want to look at it but your hands are covered in flour and you don't want to touch your phone or your tablet. So I have actually started printing off the recipes and keeping them in Polly Pockets, plastic wallets, in this folder, and it has honestly been so good because it really lets me build up a menu of things that I have cooked and really enjoyed. So for example, if I'm not here, or you know, Scott's cooking dinner and he might say to me, you know, how do you make the chicken parmesan thing that you really like to make in the Instant Pot, and I say the recipe for it is in here. We don't need to Google anything, and it can just go back in when it's done. We know that we like it, we know we've tried it. It's got my notes and my substitutions on it. Things like if they're talking about extra large eggs on an American recipe, I'll usually add an extra egg in a baking recipe because British eggs are, as far as I can tell, quite a bit smaller, and I find that sometimes baked goods turn out a bit dry if I don't do that. So favourites are including a really nice olive oil orange cake, the best cookies I've made, and a strawberry buttermilk cake that everyone has loved so far, and also some savoury recipes as well. So this is definitely a favourite, and I've also should have like a sticker, a decal at the front in gold that says recipes, so that's coming as well. And also it's going to help save money because I'm not going to be buying as many cookbooks. So, well, that is the aim, that is the hope. And speaking of food, Milka choco moo biscuits. Yes, I am a child. These are like the most delicious biscuits I've had in so long, and they're great because I am, hello bean, get down, because I am diabetic and I am still sometimes getting used to counting the carbohydrates and things, and these per biscuit have about 9 carbs, which is really good for me, especially before I'm going to bed, because I want my blood sugar to be like 6 before I go to bed in case I have a fall during the night. Not like a literal fall, but a fall in blood sugar during the night. So these are great to keep just in case, because they have just the right amount of carbs for me to raise my blood sugar a little bit, and it means I don't need to drink Coke, which I used to drink Coke all the time, guys. I used to guzzle that stuff. I don't know how I am alive, but I had like a tiny can when I was having a hypo during the week, and oh, it's disgusting. It's like, oh, I can't even I can't even have it anymore. It's just so disgusting to me. But these are great. I really love them, and they're also cheap at the moment. They're like £1 in B&M, which is, you know, a place I should not be allowed to go, because yeah, B&M is just a danger. Now, I don't normally have a favourite book cover of the month, but I love this cover. It's The City We Became by Enki, Jamison, and I've talked about it in a haul before, but the amazing thing about this is that this is actually an enhanced reality cover. You know, like when you're playing Pokemon and the Pokemon's standing in front of your sofa. Augmented reality, that's it. This is an augmented reality book cover, and if you open it in Google Lens, then the letters, The City We Became, become like city lights, and there's like tentacles coming up. It's very cool, it's very unique. I've never seen anything like it before, and I'm really into it. I would love to see some more augmented reality book covers. I think it's something that we've not seen. Well, I've certainly never seen it before, and I think that it could be a really awesome, fun thing to do. Now, two makeup favourites I'm going to talk about. One is this blush palette by BH Cosmetics. It's a 10 colour Glamorous blush palette. I've had it for about a year and I've not hit pan on it anything. I love it because it's got such a variety in it. I love the like peachy tones up here, but also if you're going for something dramatic, then you've got the darker reds. It's really cheap. I think it's like less than £20. You can still get it on beautybay.com, and like I say, you probably don't need other blush palettes. Of course I have other blushes because I have a lot of makeup, but this is really good, especially if you don't really want a lot of makeup, you don't maybe wear a lot of makeup, but you want something that's really gonna work and it's gonna be cheap. So other makeup favourite I have kind of rediscovered this month is this mini highlighter by Ofra, and it is in the shade Rodeo Drive. I used this on myself for my wedding makeup and also on my mum for her wedding makeup as well. I did my own makeup for my wedding, I did mum's makeup for her wedding, and both times I used this because it's just a really lovely like glowy highlight, but it's not blinding, it's just nice. And to be honest, I would just get the minis. I've seen the minis, I think they have them on Cult Beauty. I think they're about £13 for the mini. It's in the new packaging though, the white packaging that Ofra changed to. I would totally recommend this. Just get the mini. who is actually hitting pan on highlighters? Nobody. Maybe makeup artists, but certainly not you and me. So I had to totally put a stop on buying highlighters because I love them, but this is my absolute favourite and I've been using it every day. Okay, it's not a Gemma candle. It's not a Gemma favourite video without a candle, and this one is by Our Own Candle Company, and it is in the scent Smell My Nuts, which is banana nut bread, toasted coconut and hazelnut. It's so nice. I think I got this one from Amazon. It was about £10. It's been burning for weeks and weeks. It's really, really strong. So if you have like a small space or a very sensitive nose, this might be too overpowering for you, but I really love it. And then jewellery, I have to go for these snake earrings. I got these from Depop, and I will link the seller below, but I just thought these were really awesome, and in terms of the colour, like quite sort of South American. I'm still on my Mayan mythology kick, so I would like to recommend the series on Disney Plus, which is Secrets of the Mayan Underworld. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and in terms of movies, totally tonally different from everything else in this favourites video, but my favourite movie of the last month has been the Poughkeepsie Tapes, which is like a mockumentary on a fictional serial killer, basically based on quite a few different things, but probably reminds me the most of like a sort of Leonard Lake, Charles Ng kind of situation. And it is totally really like you're watching something on ID or, you know, the Discovery Channel, true crime. It is really disturbing. I would not recommend it if you're sensitive to violence against vulnerable people, sexual assault, anything like that. I would steer a million miles clear of it, because while it is very shaky cam, because the whole premise is that it's based around these tapes that the killer himself filmed and left for the authorities to find. What I find really interesting about the film is that it definitely pokes a bit of, not fun, but definitely is kind of saying something about how we mythologise people like that, and it's not an accident. I don't think that they choose Ted Bundy as someone that the FBI profiler has talked to because he's someone that's been really mythologized by people, and you know, they like so smart, you know, all that kind of stuff. When are they really smart, or is it just this brutality? So it's a really good film. I am a scaredy cat, so the mockumentary style I think did give it that remove for me. But if you like horror, if you like stuff about serial killers, you'll probably like the Poughkeepsie Tapes. So that is everything that I have been enjoying in June. I can't believe that I've talked for like 15 minutes about this. But anyway, take care. Bye.